The idea here is game theory as applied to choosing cancer treatment. And of course, these are three possible choices for treating cancer, at least what people use today. But the question is how do we make a decision? How do we make an accurate decision? Right. And then the question is but what do we know? What do we know? In a couple, last time I talked about epistemology, which was, I said, the idea of the theory of knowing. For example, the idea that epistemology asks the question, or asks the question, what can we know and how can we know it? What can we know and how can we know it? And therefore, my ideas is that game theory may be a possible way of considering all the alternatives. That is to say, in order to talk about epistemology, which is philosophy, of course, game theory may be a possibility in terms of finding out more about what's going on. Now the question is, you could say, well, what is game theory? What is game theory? So game theory seeks to analyze which strategies provide for winning. See? Of course, the idea is to win. Well, I suppose winning means we get to live. If we're talking about something like cancer, winning means we get to live, we get to keep on living. Of course, losing. We get to live, we get to keep on living. Now someone will ask the question, well, for how long? And that would be part of the analysis too. Losing, of course, that's the other alternative or the possibility for the outcome of the game. So now, how do we decide? How do we decide? Well, how do we decide? Sorry. So now people would say, well, who are we playing against? Who are we playing against? That is, who are our adversaries? Well, of course, there's many players. There's us. There's medical professionals. Medical professionals. There's our family. These may be factors. See? These are the factors. What does our heart tell us? What does our heart tell us? Okay? What are the medical professionals telling us? What does our family tell us? See? So the question is there a possibility for conflict? And I think the answer, of course, is yes, most of the time. Is there a possibility for conflict? Is there such a thing as a compromise? And I have yet to answer some of these questions. For example, they talk about a perfect information game. A perfect information game is like chess, let's say. You have a board, there's one person, there's the other person. Both people playing the game can see each other's pieces. There's transparency. This is a perfect information game. Now, is this what we have in real life when it comes to the strategy of choosing cancer treatment? See, that's a question that has to be answered. And this is perhaps a more serious talk than I've ever talked. This is much more serious, I think, than what I've been saying before. Because this all talks about people's choices. People's choices determine the outcome of the game. See? So this is what I wanted to say today. And I didn't write down any numbers or anything like that because I have more to say in the future, but this is basically it for now, is that game theory, but that is to say there is a relationship between how people decide and the outcome of their, that is to say, the outcome of the game. And that this kind of thing is nothing more or less